Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Hill Gymnasium here in the Boogie Down Bronx. It is the Catholic League quarterfinals. And the Ravens of St. Raymond's have made their way here to take on the Knights of Holy Cross in the first of 4 games here today at Fordham University. Today's quarterfinal showdown is sponsored by Maspeth Federal Savings. We thank them so much for their sponsorship, as well as the Tom Kinchowski Foundation. Well, a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Butler alongside Zendon Hamilton here for what these coaches, Z, call outside of Christmas and maybe their birthdays, the best day of the year. You've got wall-to-wall basketball, 4 games, elimination basketball, in a terrific venue. I mean, what more can you ask for?
You can't, Dylan. This is what you want as a player. This is what you want as a coach. Big-time players, big-time coaches, big-time venue.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic all afternoon long. This one is the first of 4 quarterfinal games. Let's take a look at the bracket and kind of see how these two teams got here, Z. And you can see here, St. Raymond's, listen, we'll talk more about it, but of course a year ago they were in the championship game. They didn't expect to have to already play an elimination game, but they did that during the midweek at St. Francis Prep, beating St. Peter's. And on the other side, Holy Cross, not a lot of people in the Catholic League expected them to be in the Brooklyn Queens Championship, yet they were there. That bid as the number 2 seed earned them a bye into this game. So you see the brackets there, and the winners will take on the winner of our second our quarterfinal, Stepinac and Iona Prep. So we start off with the Ravens of St. Raymond's, and if you helicopter in to cover a game like this, you remember, of course, the run they made last year. A historic run, a terrific run. It was back to greatness that we knew of St. Raymond's in the 90s and the 2000s. They got here, they got to the championship game, they fell just a little bit short, losing to Archbishop Stepinac. In doing so, you also lose 2 generational players. In Ty Turnage, who was your point guard, Brandon Storrs, your all-time leading scorer. They are now both playing Division I basketball. Lose a little bit in the transfer portal. And it's a Ravens team that George Lopez, their head coach, has told us, Z, is still kind of trying to find their way for consistency in scoring, in lineups. He's had about 10 different starting lineups this year, so it has been a struggle to find a little bit of consistency. But his hope here today, Z, is walking into this gym, brings back those memories from last year, and maybe provide some smelling salts to his guys to get them playing the way that they're capable of playing.
Absolutely. You're talking about smelling sauce. Listen, this is Fordham University. It is the MSG of high school basketball. If you want to make your name, you want to make it here. George Lopez has been here, seems like forever, 14 years. He knows everything. So when you have a coach like that, legendary coach, and a legendary team, you want to say it's been a struggle, but not really. Because if you had different guys starting all year long and you're here, that means you know what you're doing, Dylan.
Now his Ravens 12-15 on the season. We take a look at two players that they're going to rely on here today. And on the left, it's Zaire Johnson. On the right, Elijah Jenkins. Zaire Johnson, Z, is a guy who played off-ball a year ago. And with Turnage graduating, there was a question mark. Who's going to be the guy to handle the rock? Zaire had to accept that role. It was a different role for him to accept.
Okay.
He's done that well this year. On the right side, another junior guard. These two junior guards. You see number 1, Elijah Jenkins. You see his season high this year. These guys are both capable of lighting it up. You see Zaire at 26 this year. Elijah Jenkins dropping 30. I think today, George Lopez would love even half of that production in a game like this from both of them.
You need something. With those two guys graduating that you talked about, Zaire Johnson, Elijah Jenkins, Todd Arrington, one of these guys have to take the keys to the car and speed it up. So we're looking for that for this game today.
Now, you mentioned Todd Arrington. There's a look at the head coaches. Hey, Billy Turnage there in the white. We already know George Lopez is the better dressed of these two here today.
Well, he said he was going to be.
He said he was going to wear his Sunday best, and he lived up to that. And Billy Turnage, it's such an interesting storyline in this one. We'll keep this shot right here.
Yep.
Because Billy Turnage's son is Ty Turnage.
Incredible story.
So he spent 4 years under George Lopez's wing learning basketball, and Billy says, he's my guy. He said of George Lopez. He said he not only is he a great coach, Z, he's a better person. And when you entrust your son to someone for 4 years, and you get what Ty Turnage and Billy Turnage, the whole Turnage family, got out of that relationship, that carries on beyond those years, beyond graduation.
Beyond graduation is for certain. You need character guys on your team to be successful, and that's what they have in Mr. Ty Turnage. And just to go back to what you said about Coach George Lopez, it looks like he's going maybe to the Oscars. Not sure. Old school guy, we love it. I see he's got the Gators on, if I can see correctly, and he's totally different.
Well, listen,
than Mr. Billy.
Yeah, well, again, he's at Fordham, and he knows to dress the part here as well on the big stage. So, but yes, Ty Turnage now at Quinnipiac, Brandon Storrs at Georgia Tech.
Yes.
So now the Ravens looking to find somebody who will step up consistently here today. So that's a story about St. Ray's. Let's move it over now to Holy Cross, and the Knights are a team under the tutelage of Billy Turnage that has steadily gotten better. Z, it's been a construction project in the 3 years that he's been at the helm after leaving Wings in the PSAL. They are 13-14. The 13-win mark is the same as he was last year. This is the round that he was in last year as well. So Billy says, would love to get past this round and just take that next step in the construction of a program that he wants to once again elevate into a Catholic League elite.
You know, Coach is a guy that, I don't want to say doesn't take things seriously, but you see the contrast between the two, right? One is very relaxed and says, look, we got to do things by committee and bring hard work here to play against this legendary group in St. Raymond's. And another guy says, listen, I'm going to be the part. You know, I'm not going to church, but I'm going to look good today, and we're all business. We're trying to make history.
And two guys that Holy Cross hopes can lead them into some history are our players to watch on this side. On the left, it's Jazeer Crawford, the senior point guard. He is that old school, tough, hard-nosed point guard that you need to have, I think, for a winning program. And on the right, a special sophomore talent in Peyton Wilson, a guy who already has Division I offers, St. Bonaventure, University of San Diego as well.
You know, being a sophomore, which I was very, very long ago, you got to be on point. Sometimes you get some rope with Coach, but in this case, Peyton is special. So you got guys coming to see him. You have to be on point because you're also a guard, and you have to set the table for the rest of the group.
Peyton Wilson can do a little bit of everything at 6'8". He's got the mid-range jumper.
Yes, he does.
He can kick it inside. A terrific offensive rebounder as well. So we'll expect big things out of Peyton Wilson here this afternoon, as well as, of course, Jazeer Crawford. Z, we spoke with both head coaches ahead of this game, and here's what they identified as their keys to this one.
Yeah, they got St. Raymond's. They want to remain disciplined on the offensive end. Run your stuff, no matter what happens, because Holy Cross is Trinity. I'm sorry. Holy Cross is very, very tricky, Dylan. So they may throw a ton of things at you. Dominate the glass. You got to do it by committee and limit our turnovers. I'm an old school guy, Dylan. So if you rebound the basketball, limit your turnovers, you're always going to have a chance to win. Now, Holy Cross, they got to guard the three-point line and get everybody to the rim. Put pressure on the line, force you to the rim. Transition defense is a must, and establish interior presence.
You're an old school guy, so that's an old school way that Billy Medley wants to play. Kick it inside to the bigs.
Love it, love it.
It is St. Raymond's, it is Holy Cross. We'll have our starting lineups and the opening tip when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Hey parents, coaches, and players. Ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Help keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here at Rose Hill Gymnasium here in the Bronx. Dylan Butler, Zendon Hamilton, our entire Varsity Media crew. It is the first of 4 quarterfinal games here this afternoon. We'll have Stepanak and Iona Prep tipping off after this one. And the winners of those 2 games will meet in Wednesday's semifinal, and then it all concludes Zendon like it does every single year. That second Sunday in March, 3 o'clock tip right here at Fordham. It's the Catholic League Championship, but a couple games to get there, of course, before that. St. Ray's trying to, again, re-establish themselves, and Holy Cross they're trying to get to a spot. They've not made the semifinals since 2000 and 15. So this is a big, big game for the Knights. Let's meet the starters for these two teams first. For the Ravens of St. Ray's, and there you see him, the freshman. Jokingly, they call him Ty Arrington, out of Ty Turnage, but Todd Arrington, the freshman guard. You see Zaire Johnson, Najee Best, terrific shooter. Jenkins, a guy who could do a little bit of everything. And in wanting to rebound the ball, Ibrahima Kamara is that guy. 6'7", the senior, number 33. He, a guy in the opening round, had 14 rebounds in that win against St. Peter's. Nearly had a double-double, had 9 points, and there is George Lopez, their head coach. 14th season at the helm, former assistant coach as well, 211 career wins for him. You've got Gerald Coles, Myron Hickman, Karim Reed, Rob Young Sr. as your assistant coaches. And now for the Knights of Holy Cross, their starters, we mentioned Jazir Crawford before. Devin Bay's been dealing with a hamstring injury pretty much the entirety of the season, so good to see that at the biggest part of the year he is healthy. Donovan Medley, the junior, he is the lockdown defender of this group. Peyton Wilson, we mentioned before, a guy who could do a little bit of everything. And then it is Musa Tulawase, the 6'7" senior, 3-year player. He has excelled late in the season. And again, we'll expect to see him battling inside against Jazir Crawford. The head coach, there you see him, Billy Turnage. He's in his 3rd season, but a long-time head coach. Spent 18 years at Wings Academy, winning the 2015 PSAL City Championship. He won a state championship as well. How about 425 career wins for Billy Turnage, his assistant coaches? Paul Savino, Darryl Thomas, Orlando Carter, and a guy that I affectionately refer to as Ty Boogie, Tyrone Grant, a former teammate, Z, of yours at St. John's.
Important piece in the coaching staff.
I haven't seen you try to defend on the court in a long time, but you jumped on the court. Tyrone had the ball. You're like, I'm going to stop you from getting to the hole.
Yeah, you see, it was just a stranglehold at this point because we don't want the ambulance to come out here now.
But back in your day, those weren't fouls in the Big East.
No,
so
they wasn't.
That was fine. With the basketball in his hand, that is Oren Barfield. Our 3-man crew is Oren Barfield, Anthony Calise, and Brian Namorado. So here we go, opening tip on a special Sunday afternoon in the Bronx, and it is St. Ray's with the ball first, and it is in the freshman's hands. Todd Arrington. It's an interesting showdown here, Z, because you've got a freshman point guard in Arrington and then a grizzled veteran on the other side in Jazir Crawford.
Sure does. You can see right away they're getting started with the jumper, which I don't like. I like first shot, get to the rim, get comfortable, but I'm not out there playing. Things have changed.
That was Elijah Jenkins with the 3, and here comes Peyton Wilson. The double comes his way quickly, nearly loses it, needs a little help, and he finds it in Crawford. Crawford, good first step, gets to the hole. The lefty scoop, not there. Offensive rebound by Tulawase, and he is fouled by Ibrahima Kamara.
Dylan, you can see right away they're going to let him play today, which I like.
So first on Kamara, which will send Tulawase to the line. Guy who averages just a shade under 5 points per game. Hit 18 as a season high this year. Billy Turnage said when he gets out there and he rebounds and he defends the way that he's capable of, this team is a dangerous one as he makes the first.
Dangerous they will be. Free throws will be important in all of these games today.
And he'll drop both of them down. So we come the other way now. And again, it's Arrington. And you mentioned it in the open, Z. It'll be interesting to see how many different defensive looks that Holy Cross gives St. Raymond's this afternoon.
Dylan, you see right away, they're in the zone, right? You got to get somebody to the middle. You got to get somebody to the dunker. Have guys.
That was Zaire Johnson with the runner in the lane. No good.
Right? Have guys defend you and then pick them apart.
And George Lopez, the St. Ray's coach, said, I was so impressed with how they've kind of excelled in that matchup zone as, again, it's rinse and repeat a little bit early on for Holy Cross. You get to the basket and you get to the foul line.
This is what they do. Look, imposing their will early on. Big fella going right. Got to be able to stop him.
And there you see Peyton Wilson again taking Kamara to the basket, getting fouled. And he'll knock down his first. And again, special talent, Z. Just still a baby here as a sophomore, Peyton Wilson. But you could see why colleges are already looking at him here as he knocks down both.
Yeah. Nice first step.
So Holy Cross out to a 4-0 lead. Here's Elijah Jenkins, top of the key. This is a deep 2. That is no good. Defensive rebound goes to the Knights, and they're looking to run. And again, they look inside. Wilson.
Beautiful pass.
To Crawford. One more. The triple. Front rim no good by Miller, and a foul called on the floor.
This
will be an offensive foul called on Tolawase.
You tell right away, Dylan, Wilson is very intelligent. There's 2 different ways you can get the team, or maybe 3, get your team in rotation. One is obviously throw it inside. The other is ball reversals. And the last one is dribble penetration to get your team into rotation.
Zaire Johnson. Jenkins, they work it to Arrington.
See, right away, they're not going to come out that zone.
Couple ball fakes and the basket by Elijah Jenkins inside. So the first bucket for the Ravens. And it's now Malachi Miller. He too just a freshman. Yep. Miller pulls up, short. Rebound goes to Jenkins, and now the Ravens look to run. Arrington behind his back. Back to Jenkins. Inside, Tolawase affecting that shot. And now Billy Medley implores his team to push it as well. Crawford, corner, triple, bang!
Very nice.
Donovan Medley drops it.
Very nice. Drive, draw, kick. Donovan Medley, string music from the corner.
Johnson up top. Kamara sets the screen. Ibrahima will hand off. Here comes Jenkins, splits defenders. Nearly a jump. We're going to go the other way, and here come the Knights in transition. Medley.
Oh, goodness.
Well, he did all the hard work, and then he missed the jumper. Here comes Arrington the other way. The freshman. You could see the strength in Arrington as just a freshman as he was fouled, and now he'll look to make a couple of free throws.
Yeah, one way you can nullify things is getting out in transition, getting away from that zone and getting easy buckets.
And Billy Turnage. It's going to be hard with the Ty Turnage. And then they called him Todd Turnage.
Todd Turnage. A lot of turnages going on
yes.
on the floor.
Yes, so the first one goes back rim. But George Lopez said he's the future of this program. He's got a steady hand, very mature for his age, and you've got to be when you're handling the point in the Catholic League as a freshman.
Check, check, and last big check. Got to be able to manage the game. Balance out the floor and run your group.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line, and now Ravens showing a little bit of pressure here.
See, George Lopez wants to speed things up. You're going to give me the zone. I got to speed things up and make you come out of character.
That's fine for Billy Turnage as Medley drops down the jumper. 9-3 the start for Holy Cross. Najee Best for 3, and that is what he does best as Najee Best drops down the triple. For years, Z, he's been known as one of the better shooters in the Catholic League. He's had to refine his game as such, but still, he goes to his bread and butter when he needs it.
Yes, he does. They're allowed to, you can set picks on the zone, which is what they did, and Najee Best, he's gotten a lot better from last year, if I could say so. Knocks it down, string music from the corner.
Medley tries to go inside to Tolawase behind the back. That's taken away. Now Najee Best in transition. The triple is no good. Good box out by Tolawase. Here comes Jazir Crawford down. Crawford beats his man. Great look to Wilson, and he is fouled on his way up.
Wilson is imposing his will early, Dylan. Young fella, loves to go right. You see the drive, draw, dish. Getting into the big fella. He actually wanted him to throw the alley-oop, but took the easy point, and he's back at the line.
Is it too early in the afternoon for the alley-oop?
It's never too early,
later?
especially when you're in a game like this. We're in Fordham. It's never too early. Throw me the oop. Well, not now at my age, but throw me the oop, and I'm all good from there.
So the first is good by Peyton Wilson.
As you can see, Todd, Coach doesn't want anybody on the floor, on the foul line. Wants everybody back, doesn't want St. Raymond's to get out in transition.
It kind of allows him, yeah, you're right. It kind of allows him an opportunity at a bit of a free timeout. Meet with the other four guys.
Yes.
Talk about what he wants on the defensive end, and then fill in Peyton when he makes his trip back down. That's a triple from the corner, no good. That's a great defense rebound by 5'9" Malachi Miller. Medley high off the glass and in. He's had the hot hand early on. That's 7 for him of his team's 13. He's 3 of 4 already from the floor.
Beautiful.
Lefty layup, no good. Peyton Wilson brings
Love
it
the
down.
aggression from Peyton. Taking care of the glass.
Miller counted in the foul.
Beautiful by Holy Cross. See the big fella taking up the glass, getting out to Miller, and Miller does the rest.
Foul on Brazier Nelson. It is his first, and Malachi Miller, just a freshman, averaging a little bit over 6 points a game, has been solid.
You know, Dylan, the game doesn't have to be hard. Get the rebound, secure the rebound, get it out in transition, make easy layups. Don't have to play against a set defense all the time.
The free throw good. 10-point lead for the Knights. They're a team that has this year traditionally gotten off to slow starts, and they've had to climb their way back into games. That's not been the case the last 2 games. In the Brooklyn Queens Championship, they got out to a quick lead, but ended up being the third quarter that hurt them against Christ the King. It was a 14-2 run in that one where the Royals took control and really never gave it back. Good hands by Miller.
Got some length out there. When you got a guy like Wilson in the back, you can do some things on the perimeter. Speed some guys up, making them uncomfortable.
Our first look as Miller gets called for his second. Our first look at Hassan Cisse from St. Ray's. Just an anchor defensively for the Ravens as Nathan Brown, the sophomore, checks in for Medley.
Love Cisse. Defensive prowess from him. Love the way he gets after the basketball.
Ball deflected out of bounds by Brown.
You see the Holy Cross. It's giving St. Raymond some trouble with the zone. And it's kind of easier to play, if I can say so. All you got to do is play your area. Don't have to worry about cutters and men and following guys around. You just play your area, get out in transition.
Rebound by Medley inside the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Najee Best picks him up. Here comes Wilson, spins. What a look underneath. Tolawase.
Oh, goodness. Beautiful pass by Wilson. You see right away, they're going to play through him all game long, and coach doesn't like it.
30-second timeout called by George Lopez. As you can see, some frustration out of him. 18-6 the deficit right now for the Ravens. And we see Zendon from their last 3 years. Again, that terrific year a year ago, 17-13. You make the AA finals, and you had your chance to win it. End up losing to Stepanak in overtime. The year before that, you lose to Nazareth in the semifinals. And that 22-23 season, George Lopez says that was an anomaly. It was the first losing season that he's had, and now he's got to get a couple of wins to avoid his second one here. As it is Cisse out of the timeout. Let's see what the Ravens have here out of the timeout.
See a little ATO. I'm sure he has a ton of them, Mr. Lopez.
Bess from the elbow. Turns at that A-10 sign. Back rim, no good. Offensive rebounds. Swatted away by Wilson. And here comes Crawford. Crawford, the corner kick, gets it back. I'm telling you, I like Crawford's game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Has some wiggle in his game.
Crawford got knocked away from him, and now it's Bess in transition. Bess, count it, and the foul. Just what St. Raymond's needed in that situation.
Getting out in transition is what they want to do, especially to nullify Peyton Wilson. You got to get out in transition, play a little quicker, get easy buckets. Of course, Najee Bess has been around. He's at the line. And like I said, he's gotten better.
Albany, Manhattan offers for Najee Bess. Also some interest from a school called Fordham. I don't know their schedule right now, but I'd imagine they've got some eyeballs here today.
They got somebody in here today. Secret society somewhere.
Hey, it's a free, listen, that's a free recruiting trip. You're already on our campus.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's show you the weight room. Let's look at our film room.
Yeah. Maybe after the game.
Exactly. Crawford over to Medley. 7 points to lead the way right now for Holy Cross. 10 on the shot clock. Jazier. Great move. Lefty layup. Jazier Crawford.
Oh, goodness. Isaiah Crawford out here doing magic tricks.
Bess to the hoop. He is fouled on his way there.
I think they might have, Holy Cross might have came out of the zone for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they're going to go back. Especially with the penetration that just happened.
Foul called on Wilson. It is his first, and 2 more free throws now for Najee.
Najee making his presence known in here today.
And we've seen there on that trip and the one prior, the expansion of his game. Before he just lived on the perimeter, hung out there, took shots, but George Lopez says we want to make you more aggressive, attack the basket a little bit more instead of just limiting yourself to being a three-point shooter.
Usually when you're a very good three-point shooter, that gives you a step or two against the defense. So they got to come out with hands high.
Medley for 3, bang! And what an end to the first quarter for Holy Cross. And it was Donovan Medley's quarter as well. Did a little bit of everything, got to the basket, knocks it down from long range. The triple, 10 from Medley, 2 for 2 beyond the arc, and it's Holy Cross out to a 23-8 lead. You're watching it all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Join us for Midtown Madness, a celebration of basketball honoring the life and enduring legacy of Tom Kinchowski. Saturday, March 21st, 11 a.m. That's at Bryant Park Grill in Manhattan. You can enjoy a classic brunch and unforgettable afternoon with award recipients, including former Knicks legend Allen Houston, as we embrace the values that define the game. Scan that QR code in the bottom right for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. Tom Kinchowski Foundation, honoring basketball's past and inspiring its future.
Dylan, if you're going to honor anyone, Mr. Tom Kinchowski, I have tons and tons of stories we could tell about him. Just a man of character,
100%.
a legend, and a guy who's He can almost be a second father figure in my life.
I think the first memory that anybody has of him is that handshake that lasts for a few minutes.
I could talk about that. We could talk about him getting anywhere you want him to get in the city without driving.
I drove him a few times, a few places, and also he was a man who knew his diners.
Yes, he did. That's another one.
Knew the best places. It was funny. I would always be like, listen, I need to know who the best players in the tri-state are. Let's go to lunch, right? Where do you want to go?
Right.
So he lived in Forest Hills. You hit a place up in Forest Hills.
Yep.
And we sat there well beyond lunch because when you're with Tom Kinchowski, you are with greatness.
Woo! Capital G.
100%.
My goodness, man. This is before the internet, before social media. I don't care who you are as a coach on any level. If you're calling to talk about anybody in New York, better yet, maybe even the world or the East Coast, you're calling Mr. Tom Kinchowski.
You're also not calling his cell phone because he didn't have one. You're calling his house phone hoping you can get him. Yes. There is a foul on that rebound. It's a true story.
It is a true story. We're not just saying this, America. This is a man, 6'8". I'm not sure if he lifted any weights, but he might break your hand if he gave you a handshake.
Here is Kamara. He would type out on an old school typewriter his report, put it in the mail himself, send it out to Duke or Kansas or St. John's or whatever.
Yeah, Jim Bay, anyone.
Here's Kamara, knocks down the second of his 2 free throws. 24-9 the lead for Holy Cross. BQ number 2.
You see now St. Raymond's coming out in their own zone.
They get a turnover out of it. Here comes Arrington to the hole.
Just what we talked about, Dylan. St. Raymond's getting out in transition. Got to play a little quicker. See if Holy Cross can keep up.
So you want to talk about a legend in a legendary place. I once drove, there was a New York City, Philly high school showdown. I drove Tom from Queens to the Palestra for that. I mean, a classic venue, a classic guy. It didn't get better than that as Nathan Brown scores inside.
I mean, we can go story for story. At 5-star camp down in Holmesdale, the great Stephon Marbury was my bunk partner as an 8th grader. Tom would be there. Then maybe a couple of days later, we'd be at the Nike camp in LA in the West Coast, and then Tom will be there. So I'm not sure how he got there because I'm not sure he took planes. It's just a legendary figure.
100%.
And we can go on forever.
Look at Zaire Johnson here. Getting the and, or he's hoping to get the and one.
Pretty good move by Zaire and driving against the zone.
Makes his second. By having to, as you waited a little bit during the year for Arrington to assume that starting point guard role, and again, Zaire Johnson had to take on that responsibility of being more on ball. That in itself expanded his game. Now you're the shooting guard who's got point guard skills, as we're seeing the Ravens here. The pull-up, Arrington, no good. Loose ball rebound. It'll stay with the Ravens. And a good start to this second quarter for St. Ray's.
Yeah, you see the momentum is with Holy Cross in the first quarter. Now it's jumped into St. Raymond's uniform in the second quarter. The pace is picked up. St. Raymond's getting out very quickly. Obviously, Steph Curry has influenced the game, and they're getting out, shooting threes, getting to the rim.
They get it inside to Kamara, who is fouled on his way to the basket.
And love Kamara, especially from last year. Up-tempo, utility big, a lot of energy, works hard. I'm sure he wants that one back, but just a very hard worker. Love the way he moves.
Good two-man game there with Arrington and Kamara. 6'7" senior. First is good. Manhattan and LIU offers right now for Kamara.
I'm sure they can use him. Anybody you can use a hardworking utility big, which I know very well about.
Front rim's the second. The lead is 11.
Looks like they got a 1-2-2 going now just to take away Wilson just a little bit.
Maybe you flash it to Stephen Cox Jr. He's setting the screen now for Crawford. The jumper is no good. And here comes Zaire Johnson in transition. Best, a little jab step. Lowers the shoulder. And the foul is called.
Got to be aggressive if you're St. Raymond's. You see, they're making a little bit of dent into this lead. The way you do that is get to the rim, be aggressive, stop the clock, get to the foul line, but you have to be aggressive.
Here's Bess. Good fake by Zaire Johnson. The floater on the baseline. Faked from 3, got his defender up in the air, and then dropped the floater.
Love it. It's one way you attack the zone is in the dunker area.
9 points now, as it's Wilson from the corner, no good. And don't look now, but here come the Ravens. Ibrahima missed it inside.
Terrific get back by Holy Cross to defend that. You know, Wilson's talented, but they've nullified him just a little bit.
Oh my. Kamara sends that one into the concession stands.
Oh, goodness. You know what that means. Got to wipe your feet on the welcome mat. And Kamara says you're not welcome still.
Look at this again.
Love his activity defensively. Just especially from last year, he's gotten better this year. Long, active, and athletic, Kamara is. Oh, terrific pass.
And then Wilson fouled underneath. Fouled by Jenkins.
Terrific pass. And that reminds me of a guy I used to play with named Tyrone Grant. If you have interior passing with your bigs, you have something special. And that's something he used to do with me at St. John's University. Terrific interior passer was Tyrone Grant.
So maybe he's now passing that skill on to his guys.
Passing the knowledge on, which is what is important for us as coaches, as mentors. This is our job. This is our opportunity to pass the knowledge on to the kids, just like it was passed on to us.
That was the 3rd foul for Jenkins, so he goes to the bench. And Wilson knocks down his free throws. How about this? Peyton Wilson, all 7 of his points from the foul line. 7 of 8 from the line for Peyton Wilson.
It's good for him. It means you can trust him.
Best for 3, no good. Wilson rips down his 5th rebound.
I was going to say you can trust him in crunch time.
Oh, just a little bit on that. Not on the same page there as Crawford got through, was trying to get it to Cox, but a little miscommunication there between the two.
Yeah, drive, draw, disc, just a little too close for that type of pass. If you're going to throw it to the big and you get that close, you want to lob it to him. So let him go get it.
Zaire Johnson. That's a great move, especially knowing Wilson with his wingspan is coming to try to swat it.
You can finish over Wilson. That's pretty good, because that's a lot of length down there.
The triple by Malachi Miller. And Holy Cross has done a good job. Listen, in the Brooklyn Queens championship game, we mentioned it before, 3rd quarter, a 14-2 run by Christ the King. They took that game over. Here, it looks like they have absorbed this early spurt by St. Ray's and has done a good job to get back and extend their lead. Look at Crawford, too strong, and then it goes off of Cox, so it will be St. Ray's ball.
Still, even though Crawford love the way he pushes and gets to the rim. Can't stop him from getting to the rim for some reason. A lot of wiggle in his game. Love it.
So back up to double figures, the lead, 31-19. Here is Arrington going right at Wilson. And that ball goes Out of bounds. Holy Cross ball.
Two minutes left. You still have time if you're St. Raymond's to make a dent into this lead before halftime.
Jomar Fuentes, the senior, has stepped in. A sharpshooter is Fuentes, the senior.
See, they're in a 1-2-2 here. Just trying to take Wilson away from the basketball. Make him shoot it from the outside. Take away his interior skills.
Stephen Cox Jr. in and out. And here comes Johnson the other way. Best doubled on the baseline. The kick, Brazier Nelson to the corner. Good
Great
ball movement.
Terrific ball reversal movement.
Best bang.
Very nice.
That went from the right side to the left, back to the right side, where Best knocks down his second triple.
Just what we talked about before, Dylan. Tons of ball reversal will have your team in rotation. Gets to the open man, it's knocked down. Now they're only down 9. Got to capitalize now.
Skip pass to Crawford in the lane, the kick back out, 8 on the shot clock. Malachi Miller finds his way to the basket.
That looked like a Steve Smith hezzy. I'm not sure. I couldn't see from up here, but it looked like a little bit of Steve Smith.
Brazier Nelson. Corner kick. The triple is long.
Little horns action, kick to the corner.
Here comes Crawford again.
Look at Crawford. Oh, baby. Look, I shoveled a lot of snow outside, but maybe we should see if what's happening in here. Crawford is doing his thing.
Triple, no good. Offensive rebound inside the final minute of the first half. A first half that has been all Holy Cross to this point. They have led whistle to whistle. The lefty layup, no good. Battling for the loose ball was Juan Quinones, and now it's Crawford. The kick, baseline, no good. Shot clock is off. Final 14 seconds for Najee Best.
And get some quality here.
Best wants some separations. He goes kicking it inside, no good. Malachi Miller, short. Not by much though, as the first half comes to a close with Holy Cross leading this one 35-33. Listen, at this point, age is just a number. It doesn't matter that Malachi Miller is a freshman. He's a baller. Getting to the basket, 4-2 of his 8 in this first half, as the Knights with a 35-22 lead here at the half on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athletes' key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Hey parents, coaches, and players, ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media's been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athletes' key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now.
Merrill, he's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face on, stay on athlete. Controlling the face-off. That's 3 in a row now.
Keep Varsity Media's broadcasts free on YouTube by considering an advertising sponsorship. Our coverage of local games helps local businesses get visibility in the community. To learn more about our sponsorship packages and rates, email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
Join us for Midtown Madness, a celebration of basketball honoring the life and enduring legacy of Tom Kinchowski. Saturday, March 21st, 11 a.m., Bryant Park Grill, right there in Manhattan. Enjoy a classic brunch and unforgettable afternoon with award recipients including Knicks star Allen Houston as we embrace the values that define the game. Scan the QR code there on the bottom right for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. Tom Kinchowski Foundation, honoring basketball's past and inspiring its future. Back here at Rose Hill Gymnasium, Dylan Butler, Zendon Hamilton. Second half moments away. It is Holy Cross in the first of these 4 quarterfinal showdowns in the Catholic AA with a 35-22 lead. Z, let's take a look at some of those first half stats and kind of see how we got there.
Well, clearly, we have points in the paint with Wilson dominating, right? Rebounding, and 20-14. You have field goal percentage differential there, which is 52-27. Big time field goal percentage differential. And you see, even during the first half, St. Raymond's is trying to get back into the ball game, which momentum was on their side in the second quarter. Let's see if they can expand on that coming into the second half, Dylan.
You see the turnovers as well. Not a lot, and actually more for Holy Cross, despite their advantage. But you look at individual standouts here. Donovan Medley, what a first half for him. This is a guy who comes in averaging 8.2 points a game, went for 10 in that first half, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. You got Peyton Wilson, Malachi Miller first, the freshman with 8, 3 of 5 from the field, 4 rebounds, a couple of steals as well. And then Peyton Wilson, again, all 7 of his points from the foul line to go along with 5 rebounds. For St. Raymond's, it's been Najee Bess, 2 of 6 from 3. He's got 8 and 2 rebounds. Zaire Johnson with 7, but he's shooting 3 of 10, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And the shooting struggles, again, it's not just about being here at Fordham. You go back to their first round game during the midweek at St. Francis Prep. It was a game where St. Ray's, they won it 58-53, but they shot 32% from the field, 31% from 3, and 57% from the foul line.
Something tells me right away St. Raymond's going to come out defensively and make a push. Just expand on what they were doing in the second quarter.
Zaire Johnson, the kick, the triple, Jenkins, the soft touch. Good start to the second half for a guy a junior, his coach says is a special player who's got high major potential.
Nice spacing by St. Raymond's, knockdown.
There's Wilson. His first field goal of the game.
Listen, Dylan, first half he showed us his passing ability and athleticism. Now he's showing his footwork. It's not nothing that he can't do. Only a sophomore.
Todd Arrington. There's the kick to Kamara, and the turnover by Kamara.
Maybe trying to do a little bit too much, using the baseline as an extra defender.
Crawford in the paint. Kick back out to the hot hands in Medley.
See St. Raymond's back in their traditional man-to-man.
Inside the final 10 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford, foul line jumper, short. Best the rebound. Here come the Ravens running.
Tough pass.
Jenkins gets it right back. Cross
Terrific
court
ball
to
move.
Arrington. His three off the mark. Flying in, Zaire Johnson. And then Kamara picks up the loose change and one.
This is what I was talking about with Kamara. A lot of high energy, high activity. You see the ball reversal by St. Raymond's and the big fella doing the rest. Getting the rebounds, scrappy. Everybody can use someone like this.
George Lopez said that first round game, he wanted it to use for his guys as a reminder. He said St. Peter's in defeat, he said that team played like it was a playoff game, like their backs were against the wall. Then they stayed around. It was a doubleheader at St. Francis Prep. It was Mount St. Michael against Nazareth, and he watched how Mount scrapped and clawed and fought, and he said he wanted his guys, he stayed for the whole game. He wanted his guys to see desperation basketball, and he wanted it out of his guys as Wilson gets the bucket inside. Again, hoping, George Lopez is, that he's going to see that here this afternoon.
Well, did a good job of it.
And a foul called on the court. Again, our officials, Oren Barfield, Anthony Calise, and Brian Namorado.
George Lopez has been around. He knows what it takes. But got to have hard work and work ethic. If you don't have that, you're not going very far in this game on any level.
Good defending by Stephen Cox Jr., just getting straight up. That time there was a bump, which sent Jenkins to the floor hard. And Elijah will go to the foul line.
Holy Cross doing a good job of walling up. Jenkins is not taking no for an answer. We're talking about hard work and scrapping. Jenkins shows that right on that possession. Being a big down there is not easy, especially in today's game. Now, it wasn't easy in my day, I'll tell you that. But being on defense, all you got to do is be big and wall up, especially if you have athleticism. Because sometimes, and you'll see it in the next game, even Wilson today, it's hard to get shots, even touch shots in the lane over length without fouling. So you have to be able to wall up and stay big.
Both free throws are good. St. Ray's has trailed this entire game. The largest lead for St. Raymond's, that was at 24-8. Their lead right now, 11. It's kind of been right there, Z, between 9, 11. Corner three, bang. What a game Malachi Miller is having.
Every time you think St. Raymond's is creeping in, Holy Cross spreads the lead.
Timeout by St. Raymond's. It's a full timeout. Well, one thing that we do know, Z, is if he was still with us, Tom Kinchowski he's not the guy that's going to sit courtside. He's going to be top of the gym with his notepad.
By himself.
Taking all the stats of every single player is so impressive. And, of course, we want to, again, have you join us for Midtown Madness, a celebration of basketball honoring the life and enduring legacy of Tom Kinchowski. Saturday, March 21st, 11 a.m. Bryant Park Grill in Manhattan. You'll enjoy a classic brunch, which I hope there's going to be some pickles, because that Tom loved his pickles. So make sure you get the pickles there. It's going to be an unforgettable afternoon with award recipients who include former Knicks legend Allen Houston, as we embrace the values that define the game. Scan the QR code for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. Tom Kinchowski Foundation, honoring basketball's past and inspiring its future.
Man, you're bringing back memories, man. Every time he used to see me, this is what I'm talking about. He's passed the knowledge on to me. I don't want to disrespect, and if his family's watching, but Zendon, if you cannot block the shot because of your length, all you have to do is stay big. They have to finish over you. You don't have to go for every block shot. It's how he used to speak.
Yes.
And reverence. Whoever's watching, his family, he was the best. And we always used to look for him for knowledge.
He spoke with a soft voice,
Yes,
but with,
he did.
He had a commanding presence.
Yes. I couldn't have said it better. He's one of one. And whoever's listening, there should be a 30 for 30 on Mr. Tom Kinchowski.
CHSAA, the inbound underneath, out to Kamara. Zaire Johnson back to Ibrahima. Into the lane that is short, swatted away by Wilson. So the ball, Orrin Barfield says, will stay this way.
Now, tough shot by Ibrahima against 2 or 3 defenders, but you'll take that from an energy big because he works so hard, and he's going to give you so much on both sides of the floor.
CHSAA up top to Bess. Najee Best and Ibrahima Kamara as Best looks for the triple. No good. Those are your 2 returning starters from last year's intersectional championship game for the St. Raymond's team. CHSAA played, Zaire Johnson played, so these are guys not unfamiliar with playing on this court in the biggest of games. It only happened a year ago. Wilson, here comes Crawford, drives through the corner.
Very nice.
Kick. The triple, no good. The tap back rebound by Stephen Cox Jr.
What a tap from the offhand.
That is your junkyard dog for Holy Cross.
Love it. It's a terrific touch tap. That's what we call that. With the offhand at that. Oh, you can't do that.
And from flirting with 9 points or so, the deficit has now climbed to 16. Cox just picked up his 3rd.
You know, along with playing fast for St. Raymond's, you got to take care of the glass. This is why Ibrahima's in the game.
Najee Best, no good. Rebound, here come the Knights. It's Donovan Medley.
Oh,
Splitting
goodness.
defenders.
Oh, my goodness.
Peyton Wilson.
Maybe we should check if he has 3 feet out there. He's showing us footwork. He's showing us everything today. Don't show us everything, young fella. My goodness.
He's also showing up to college coaches.
Yes, he is.
Starting to get to a difficult time if you are a St. Ray's. That's a 3, that's no good. Here comes Jazeer Crawford the other way. Wilson, Holy Cross feeling it a little bit here as we approach the final 3 minutes.
Danger time for St. Raymond's. Got to pick it up defensively.
For St. Ray's, they are in almost a 4-minute drought of scoring as Wilson. It is a 20-point lead for Holy Cross. Zaire Johnson. The triple, Jenkins, no good. Kamara gets it. There you're saying it. Wall up defensively by the 2 bigs, and it's going to go your way.
Absolutely. Terrific defensive possession by Wilson. On the other end, he's catching and finishing easy lay-ins. They have to do something with Wilson. Double him, keep him away from the glass, keep him away from the basketball. Make somebody else be a finisher out here.
Largest lead of the game for Holy Cross. Look out, dangerous pass. results in a turnover. Here comes Najee Best the other way. Best with his left, and he is fouled on his way up. Fouled by Stephen Cox. I believe that is his 4th.
You see the Euro by Najee? Has added that to his game. Used to be just a shooter. Now he's getting in the lane. Finishing over length.
So Najee Best to the line for 2. That first is good.
This is who you have to be, Dylan. Love guys who work on their craft, work on their game. Just a shooter last year. Now he's getting in the lane. He's got wiggle to his game. You got to continue to work on your game. You can't just rest on your laurels.
6'4" senior Najee Best knocks them both down.
That's anybody who's playing this game. Continue to work on your craft.
Now, if you are St. Raymond's, now you pick it up full court. You've got to just chip away. You're not going to get 20 points back right away, but you need to get some stops defensively here.
Sure. And it has to be that type of activity. As you see, they're picking it up all game long.
Good hands by Best to pick that pass off. Here comes Najee the other way. Pulls up for 3. Side rim, no good. The putback is there, though, by Jenkins. And Billy Medley said, hang on, let's talk things over. Let's have a 30.
Yeah. He sees the pressure. He sees what's happening. Let's talk about it a little bit and expect pressure for the rest of the game.
And this is what we were saying. So this is Billy Medley's 3rd year. So that 2022-23 season was not his. So he starts off his first year, 9-17. They lose in the first round. So last year, 13-15. You lose in the quarterfinals. And this is what Billy's been saying. It's about, having that hard hat, doing this construction project that they're doing at Holy Cross. If they win this game, now you're a +1 in wins. And also, you've gone 1 round later in the postseason.
Absolutely. If you're Holy Cross, you have to expect pressure for the rest of the game. It's the only way St. Raymond's gets back into this game. So expect full court pressure, traps, all types of things coming your way now. It's that point in the game.
They've got 7 turnovers in this one. As there goes Medley, and there's the 8th turnover. And then Medley will be called for the foul as he held Hassan Cisse.
Pressure either breaks pipes or makes diamonds. So you're going to see pressure all game long from St. Raymond's.
So Cisse to the line to shoot 2, the senior. Only averaging 2.5 or 2.8, I should say, excuse me. But again, that anchor defensively does a little bit of everything, has been that utility guy, the glue guy. He's a guy who this year has been able to guard positions 1 through 5 on the court. 2 free throws for Hassan. And now that 20-point deficit is sliced down a little bit.
Starting to shrink a little bit.
It's like you're on Arthur Avenue cutting the mozzarella. Tulawase. We've seen a lot of that, Z, in this game. He's been great with the little head fakes and creating a little space.
Yeah.
There's a foul on the other side.
He's got some wiggle in his bag.
They see the
Euro
drive
here.
to the hole, and Wilson picks up his 3rd. Now, one thing to say about Holy Cross, they are not the deepest team. So you've got Stephen Cox Jr.,
Yep.
Wilson, so you've got to be just a little bit concerned here, managing situations and making sure you don't get into more dangerous waters in terms of fouls.
But expect the pressure from here on out. If I know Mr. George Lopez, he's trying to get back in his game. Get back, as you can see, it's full court. He's almost helping him pressure, jumping on the floor.
Looking to be the 6th defender almost. Kick ball. Final minute 15 of this 3rd quarter. The lead is 15 for Holy Cross.
Wants to get it into single digits at least into the fourth quarter, Mr. Lopez.
And you're only 5 away from that, so if you get a stop and get some points on the other side, it's mission accomplished.
Yep, and then now you're playing chess, not checkers anymore. As you can see, he's probably going to come out that suit soon.
Kamara, the swat. Tolowase, no good. Now Kamara, the rebounds. Here comes Arrington. Oh, lost it on the way up. Did it deflect? Orrin Barfield on the sideline said it did deflect. So the ball will stay with St. Raymond's.
Got it. Let's see what they have baseline out of bounds. Maybe a screener here.
Arrington up top. The kick inside. The turn high off glass. Kamara!
Love Kamara's activity. The big fella on the putback. And you see the pressure right away.
Ibrahima with 6 points and 7 rebounds now. It's a big possession here for Holy Cross.
Very big. You see they're running guys at anybody now.
And getting a steal as well by Najee Bess. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Najee, corner kick, Cisse. Spins on Wilson, no good. Again, Kamara flies in for the putback.
Start calling him Energy Kamara is his name.
11 points now. And then Bess called for the foul.
And you'll allow that. You're getting the activity defensively, Energy Kamara on the rim, and double teams coming from everywhere. Maybe Coach Lopez will come out there and double team himself. That's how he looks right now. He's in his suit, he's sweating, and he's on the floor.
That's just the first team foul, so they'll play. The triples, no good. And the putback, no good either. So it is Holy Cross. They had a 20-point lead. It has been whittled down to 11. But there is Mr. Wilson splitting defenders, getting to the basket. Holy Cross will need a little bit more of that if they are to make the semifinals. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
Every day opens a new door to learn, to grow, to connect with special people. People who in big ways and small improve your life. Every moment, another chance to achieve a goal, to buy a home, grow a business, start a family, and build lifelong relationships. Bank with trust. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
Join us for Midtown Madness, a celebration of basketball honoring the life and enduring legacy of Tom Kinchowski. It is Saturday, March 21st, 11 a.m. at the Bryant Park Grill in Manhattan. Enjoy a classic brunch and unforgettable afternoon with award recipients, including Knicks star Allen Houston, as we embrace the values that define the game. Scan the QR code for tickets or visit tomk.foundation. Tom Kinchowski Foundation, honoring basketball's past and inspiring its future.
Should we continue our talk about Mr. Kinchowski? Because we can do it every time out.
Well, I think Tom would be enjoying a game like this, enjoying his many hours at Rose Hill Gymnasium. Look at the steal by Jenkins to the hoop. Count it. Here come the Ravens.
As I said, running guys at offensive players from all over the floor.
And now a little 2-2-1 full court.
Trying to speed things up.
Steal by Jenkins. St. Raymond's has trailed from the outset. The largest deficit was 20. They've gotten it to within 3 possessions here.
Got to be careful.
Crawford to Wilson.
Should expect a double coming at any point.
Wilson turns, foul line jumper. No good. Big offensive rebounds by Musa Tulawase.
Just got to remember to block out. Trying to get back in the game. They've done a good job of it. Just got to remember to block out.
Tulawase, 8 points, 6 rebounds.
See fatigue taking a factor now, just a little bit. You got to speed the game up for St. Raymond's.
Zaire Johnson thought about the jumper. Kamara!
Energy Kamara is what I call him for the rest of the game, like I said.
He puts on his cape and flies through the air.
Oh,
9-point deficit now.
Watch your head. Oh, baby. Mr. Kamara's here.
It feels like a long time since they've gotten it to below 9 points. Here's Wilson.
He's got to watch himself.
Great look and a great fake, and an important 2 points scored by Malachi Miller, as it'll be a 30-second timeout called by Holy Cross. An 11-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wilson just has tools and talent you just can't teach. Patience at the nail area. He's got footwork in the post area. He can play on the perimeter. So you watch right here. Once he catches, look at him survey the area first. Patience just to see what's going on. He lets the cutter go through. And if he's open, he'll pass it. If he wasn't, now he takes the ball one-on-one. But these are the things you just can't teach.
Yeah, you want to increase, you want to have choices.
Yes.
With the basketball.
Want to have options.
Exactly.
And I have to say, I think Mr. Tyrone Grant has something to do with that, because he was also the same type of player. A lot of patience, lets the play go through first, surveys the area, throws a lob to me or passes to somebody else, or he can also score it himself. Very good team player, Tyrone Grant was.
And he was in high school at Grady High School, and he was as well at St. John's.
Absolutely.
Triple, no good. Kamara again flying through. Cisse, what a great look underneath to Bess. And now a quick timeout called by St. Raymond's. 54 to 55, 54-45 is the lead. We'll take a quick break with them as well. You're watching all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Every day opens a new door to grow, to build relationships. Every moment, a chance to do more. To buy a home, grow a business, start a family. Bank with experts. Bank Maspeth.
I'm back here at Rose Hill Gymnasium. Heating up inside.
Yeah, it's heating up all right.
This is the oldest continuous Division I gymnasium in America. So much history within these walls. And these two teams trying to make their own history here. Off the timeout, great hands defensively. Cox, the kick out, and here's Crawford.
So you have length on the basketball. Coach George Lopez has defenses running at you all over the place. Anything can happen at any time. See the double coming.
Wilson, the kick out. There's 3 on the shot clock. In the lane, that is a bucket much needed by Malachi Miller.
Tough bucket by
Game
Mr. Miller.
of the season for Miller. He's got 15 now.
No question.
He's matched with Peyton Wilson for a team high. Corner, 3, good. Zaire Johnson.
One thing energy does, Obviously, it speeds the other team up, but it gets you going offensively.
And there is the defensive presence of CHSAA. The steal, Best to the bucket for 2.
Here come the Ravens.
6 points, the deficit. This is as close as they've been since the first quarter. Crawford going right at Kamara. Timeout called by Holy Cross, and that will be a full as well.
Terrific offhand, off-foot finish.
So, of course, we're heading into, we actually are in March, aren't we?
Today
is the first day of March.
Madness.
Which is the best time of year, especially on the college level, right? And here's a few guys playing collegiately out of St. Raymond's. Malachi Smith over at UConn, and there's the duo of Turnage and Stores. For 4 years. Both of those guys were starters. Got Ty Turnage playing for Tom Pecora at Quinnipiac, Brandon Stores down at Georgia Tech, and Isaiah Filbert, as well as Dallas Dillard, playing at Caldwell and Indiana University in Pennsylvania. As we now look at the next level guys out of Holy Cross, Tyler Chapman at Lincoln, Dylan Stanley over at Farmingdale State, Joshua Malcolm over at Malloy University, playing for a guy that we know, right? Avery Tate Christina at WestCon, and then there's Jacob Moreno at a Dominican.
Terrific from all these young fellas. Anytime you can play at the next level, you've done your job. As a coach, you've done your job as a player.
And
so
I've said it, and you say it as well.
Yep.
It's not about the level.
No.
Like, if you're playing college basketball, you are already in the smallest. Andrew Deloy, who does games with us all the time, he knows the number, but I think you're in the 5% of guys, right? Like, it is elite,
to understand,
even if it's D3.
Absolutely. You said it. But to talk about the contrasting styles we have here with Holy Cross, with the footwork and the patience on offense, leading that to Mr. Tyrone Grant, I have to talk about the defensive pressure and Mr. Kareem Reed, that stems from, I'm sure he has something to do with that, to pick things up and pick up the pace to get back in the game. It's exactly who he was, Dylan. So here comes the pressure, and this is exactly who he was, not letting you get the basketball or turning you over defensively on the perimeter.
Yeah, what a terrific player he was at St. Raymond's. He was in the same class as you in the McDonald's All-American game.
Yes, he
you
was.
And Felipe Lopez as well. Was uncommitted at the time, went to Arkansas. And then on the playgrounds earns the nickname the best kept secret.
I knew he was going to go there. Yeah. I'm not sure why it was a secret, because everybody knew him. But yes, he was a bad boy on the floor and in the park.
So Wilson to shoot 2 big free throws here for Holy Cross. And the first bounces in off the back rim. He's been really good from the foul line here today. Now 8 of 9, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
You can see that
Wilson.
The talent oozing out of him. Usually you see young talent, especially a sophomore, it's just scoring, or maybe it's scoring and rebounding. He has things you just can't teach.
He goes 1 of 2. CHSAA from beyond the arc. That's a college level 3. Big rebound by Zaire Johnson. Best, count it, and the foul as Best looking for the 4-point play.
Love the effort. Look at the scrappiness. Look at jump over guys to get the 3-point shot from Najee Best. String music. And now let's see if we can make it a 4-point play here.
Najee with 17 points. Make it 18. And we do have a 1-possession ball game now.
And the pressure doesn't stop. The fire doesn't cool down. You turn the fire up.
Throw another log on that fire. We're in the backyard.
Or you can have it electric. You just turn it up.
That's fair. Propane.
That's
right. Timeout for Holy Cross.
Look who's out on the floor, giving everybody high fives, Mr. Kareem Reed.
So this is the first of four, of course, of 4 quarterfinal games. This is a look at all of the playoff basketballs. We had the Brooklyn Queens Championship.
Yep.
Christ the King beating Holy Cross over at St. Francis Prep. We went up to the Mount. Stepanak defeated Cardinal Hayes for the Archdiocese final. You were on the call with Zach Weiss for the B and the A finals. Congratulations to Cathedral Prep and St. John's Prep, a couple of Queens schools winning that one. We will move on to the semifinals here Wednesday night, and then ultimately it all gets decided on the second Sunday in March, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here at Fordham University for the Catholic Intersectional Championship.
Tell you what, it's lived up to the billing so far. No place better to be than the Bookie Down Bronx. Fordham University on a Sunday afternoon, baby.
So here we go off the timeout. Here is Wilson. Kamara up top to guard him. Crawford. Tough bounce pass over to Wilson. They kick to the corner to Miller. There is 7 on the shot clock. Crawford notices that. He gets to the rack. The look on the knee. Tolawase. It was short, but he was fouled on his way up.
Just terrific ball movement and interior passing by Holy Cross. Seems like they get a quality shot every time down, Dylan.
Elijah Jenkins, it was his 4th foul. So Tolawase to the line. He is 2 for 2 from there. 8 points, 6 rebounds for Musa. As a hush comes across Rose Hill Gymnasium, and Tolawase, the 6'7" senior, knocks down his first.
That usually means it's winning time. It's the quiet before the storm.
The second. In and out. So you are a Najee Best 3 and 1 away from tying the game if you are St. Ray's. That's what you got in your last possession. Top of the key, 3, in and out by Jenkins. The rebound by Wilson.
Here comes the pressure.
Crawford ahead to Peyton Wilson. And when you're taking on pressure, you want a senior point guard.
Yes. Managing the basketball.
Exactly, that's what Crawford is doing.
Oh.
But he gets it blocked off the backboard, and it will be St. Raymond's ball.
The capital E in energy, and Kamara is his name. On both ends of the floor. You can depend on energy, and that's what he's giving you.
Zaire Johnson works off the Kamara screen.
Oh, terrific pass.
And then a needed foul by Crawford. You can't give up an easy basket down low.
No.
So you're going to have Jenkins try to earn it from the foul line. That is Crawford's 4th foul.
Tough. Somebody fell asleep in the corner off the ball screen action. Got it easy.
So Jenkins to shoot 2. First is good. Jenkins 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals.
He's had a terrific day, Dylan.
He is. And we listed him as our player to watch. George Lopez maybe had a feeling, an inkling that he'd have a big day here in the Bronx. 2-point ball game now. And this rally has happened where there's still so much time left.
Yes, they've started it from the second half, I think. You start the energy defensively. The juices start flowing.
Miller, corner kick, high arcing shot. Look at the triple by Tolawase.
Big time shot by Tolawase.
Best tiptoes on the baseline. The skip. A little fake. Jenkins spins, turns, reversal, layup. Timeout, St. Raymond's.
We're seeing big-time individual performances today, Dylan. Absolutely love it. 60-63.
Another look.
See, he gets the big fellow off his feet, around the back, and a terrific spin off the glass. Terrific finish. Over length.
Gives us an opportunity, Z, to look at some of the players who made All-League. This is your All-League third team. Najee Bess on that one. The fellow they call AB, Amadou Barry from Cardinal Hayes. There is Adonis Ratliff. He is a McDonald's All-American, but only made third team in this league. Justin DeSena from St. Francis Prep. Joe Wolf will see him in the next game against Ratliff and Stepanak and Supreme Hilton, a good-looking sophomore out of the Mount. Here's our second team, Skylar Ragu from Christ the King. Christian Hinnes-Rosa out of Zavarian, Justin Delgado, Nazareth, Peyton Wilson, and Tommy Wolf, both on this court here today. Kelly Griffin from Malloy. And now our first team, All-League. Big O, Osmana Sacco. He was your leading scorer in this league, followed by Malik Fields. He was your second leading scorer in this league. Darius Ratliff, Hassan Karesi, A.J. Moody from Nazareth, and then Johnny Magna. All of those guys, at least 5 of the 6 going D1 in your player of the year this year in the Catholic League. Josiah Jervis. Congratulations to Jervis, as well as to Gary Irvin, who was the coach of the year in the Catholic High School League. So off the timeout. Again, there is that frenetic pressure that St. Raymond's is applying. Crawford with Bess on him inside the final minute.
Anything can happen. You want it in your best player's hands.
St. Ray's went from down 20 to not even needing to foul here now.
Oh,
what a look.
goodness.
Tolowase!
Oh,
counted and the foul. In moments when you need responses, number 20 has given that to Holy Cross here in the last 2 possessions.
You see, off of the spin, you're talking about a 6'8" sophomore. He didn't just do it. He turned off of the spin off of a live dribble and made the pass. This young fella is gifted.
And then Tolowase, the senior, with a big finish and the foul. Musa now with 14 and 6, make it 15 and 6. Huge 3 points for Holy Cross. Here is Bess. The skip across Jenkins. That's a step inside the 3-point arc. No good. Bess was fouled. Looked like on his way up.
Looked like it. One thing St. Raymond's will not do, they won't stop fighting.
Malachi Miller picks up his third. So Bess will shoot 2. Najee, we just showed him on that All-League team, does not want this to be his final high school game. And Bess makes the first. 19 points for Najee, 5 rebounds, 3 steals.
He's had a terrific go at it today.
Cuts the deficit to 5.
2 possession. See what we can make happen with the pressure coming.
Now shot clock is off, so maybe you pressure here. If they get past the half court, I think you need to foul.
We probably do.
They do get past half court. Wilson has it.
Got a foul.
Next foul does put him in the bonus, and there it is. That's the 5th foul of this quarter. So now with 23.9 seconds, it'll be free throws for the Knights.
Yes, it will.
No, that's a bonus. So we're going to the line. Oh, they just changed it. So the PA said 4.
We're getting the information a little late.
Yeah, they just changed it on the scoreboard. So that was the 4th. So now again, you defend here. You maybe try to get a
2-3 seconds, but you got to foul quickly.
Yes.
You have to foul quickly. If you don't get the steal right away, send them to the line.
You got to get the ball in. Crawford calls a timeout, and that is the last timeout for Holy Cross. We'll take it with them, Z, as well. Final 23 seconds of this first of 4 quarterfinals when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And welcome back here to Rose Hill Gymnasium. Dylan Butler, Zendon Hamilton, our entire varsity media crew here. It is the first of 4 quarterfinals. Holy Cross had a 20-point lead. Looked like it was smooth sailing, and then they hit one of those potholes in the road, and they're trying to navigate it here.
A lot of them in this city.
To get, especially after the snow.
Especially after the snow. But it's lived up to the billing, Dylan. Big-time players making big-time plays. 2 terrific coaches, and we're down to the wire now.
Malachi Miller goes backcourt to Crawford, and CHSAA.
Got to give up a foul early.
He did that. So CHSAA called for the foul. Now that is beyond question, the 5th foul. So Jazier Crawford to the line. This is his first 2 free throw attempts in the game. And that is good.
Big time.
And on a team that is so young, we've seen freshmen and sophomores step up.
No question.
In the final seconds of this game, Tolawase, the senior, Crawford, the senior, making big plays for Holy Cross as he knocks down both.
Got to lean on your veterans. Got to go quick here. This ain't race.
Bess, long range triple,
Oh.
good.
Big time step back by Bess.
Yeah, timeout for St. Ray's.
Big time step back. The ball screen action.
This from the other side of Southern Boulevard.
It's big time. Oh, he knocks it down. And like we talked about, St. Raymond's will keep fighting. Get a quick foul here, send anybody to the line, have them come back down and make something happen.
Yeah, great job, too, for Holy Cross shooting free throws today. They are 83% as a team from the line. They've made 15 of 18 in this one. But those 15 of 18 have come from only 4 players to this point. Talawase, 4 of 5. Wilson, 8 of 10. Miller has made his only free throw, and Crawford we just saw a knockdown too. So maybe you found one of the other guys who hasn't taken a free throw, maybe a Donovan Medley,
yes,
number 10. And of the 5 on the court, he's the only one who has not taken a free throw today.
Again, you have time against you. So whoever gets the basketball can't take much time off the clock.
Got to get it in. Ooh, dangerous pass by
go.
Crawford.
Dangerous.
Goes into Miller's hands, and the freshman will go to the line for 2 big free throws.
Big they are. We talked about guys taking over as veterans. Now you have a freshman at the line.
Yeah, 8.4 seconds left. Malachi Miller. Likely we haven't seen all of their games this year, but I think afterwards, if Holy Cross is victorious, I think Billy Medley will probably say the best game that he's seen out of his freshman this year.
Oh, no question.
Miller with 16 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of steals, a couple of assists, and ice water in those veins, knocking them both down. Are going 1 of 2, I should say. 70-55, the lead. The runner no good. CHSAA. They're going to count it, but it doesn't matter as Holy Cross, for the first time since 2015, they are in the Catholic semifinals. The construction project is on schedule for Holy Cross.
Yes, it is. Big time play and big time game from both players, both teams, excuse me. But Holy Cross came out victorious.
So, in that game, they just announced it. Jazier Crawford reached the 1,000-point plateau. So congratulations to Jazier on that accomplishment. But knowing him, he's like, I just wanted to get to the next game. He wanted to continue his high school career, and he will do that here on Wednesday night.
Big time win for Holy Cross.
Well, St. Raymond's were hoping for some return magic here at Rose Hill, but it started off from the freshman as Miller gets to the hoop. How about the lob and Peyton Wilson? He's just a sophomore. The young guns were all there. Kamara tried to will his team back into this one with the flush, and then Bess to the basket. They got within a possession. But then look at this pass underneath, and Tolawase, the finish, and Holy Cross survives and advances to the Catholic League semifinals. For our executive producer, Ben Turchin, for our technical director, Chris Sweeney, for Peyton Brophy, bringing you all those great moving images, for my broadcast partner, Zendon Hamilton. Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in about 15 minutes time for the next quarterfinal showdown right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.